Are you an everyway woman?
Dinner time is family time, but sometimes it's a lost art. Yolanda, how do you feel about this?
You know, to me, dinner is the most important time of the day because it's the one time that the entire family really have an opportunity to be together. You know, breakfast, you're rushing. You can have lunch at school or at work.
Yeah, except for unless you live in a two-income household. Because I know for me, dinner time was very important, but it didn't work for me because when I was at home, my husband was at work.
Yeah, and that's the struggle, to
So
have those
you would
moments.
would you eat with your kids, or did you wait for your husband?
I know I'd eat with my kids because I wouldn't see him until 4 in the morning and sometimes not the next day.
Well, for me, it's different. I'm single, don't have a family, so
So what is dinner time for you?
friend of a TV.
If we're
on the road? On the road.
And I understand because I'm single as well, but then sometimes, you know, they even say.
I take myself out.
But
Of course.
But I do agree that dinner time is one of the most important times, that it is family time, and that it is a time that should be honored.
I would
Because
change things.
I have some of the best conversations with my kids over dinner.
But how
Yes.
do you instigate that? Because even the children now are sitting at the tables with their iPads. Some of them even have iPhones.
In your house, maybe.
No, not in my house. I don't have the kids. But, you know, I have friends who will sit their children down in front of their iPad.
They don't know what they're being unconscious.
And also the parents don't realize that is such valuable time. It's a lesson of teaching. It's an opportunity to see what's going on in their day. How is their school? And that's what you find out about your kids through their conversations and things like that. So it's a lost art.
Yes.
Because for some reason we think, hey, we don't have to have a little bit of old-fashioned values, but those old-fashioned values is what shape us. And plus,
So
didn't some of your best memories?
You were raised with
Yes.
these old-fashioned values.
Yes. But
I
then,
was too.
But then some of your best
It was-
memory, Anna, come from around the
I hold them
food.
right here because I remember, anniversaries. Our family used to actually celebrate it, include us, give us presents. My mom would do this whole thing of even menus on the dinner table.
I
When we
remember
were growing up,
beautiful.
we didn't have dinner time, and that was because of two working parents. And so dinner time, quite often for me, was we go get our own bowl of rice, and I learned how to cook hot dogs when I was like 4. So that was dinner time for me, and I think that was something that I longed for and I missed growing up, was having that connection. When I went to families' houses and they had dinner time, I looked around and went, wow, I'm really lonely at home.
My family really made a point to have a Sunday family dinner, but if that included a pot roast, I had other plans. I mean, still to this day, my mom makes pot roast. I'm not there
You
for
don't
dinner.
like pot
Love
roast?
you, Mom. But it's just so funny. And she always thought that was a good mom goal, to serve a roast and have this family dinner and this family time, and we dedicate Sundays to that. And even now, as a single woman, I try and open my doors on a Sunday, and anybody can come over, and I'll cook for you, and we'll have dinner, because I want to include that in my life
It's
and have
funny
that community.
that you mentioned like Sunday, because I don't know if you know this about Black people. Like Friday is fish and spaghetti night. I mean,
Fish
you
and
can't.
spaghetti?
I
Yes,
love spaghetti.
yes, fried fish
Really?
and spaghetti, and you cannot go to a single place. It's not too many Black homes you can go to on a Friday that they're not
You
serving
eat
fish.
fried fish on spaghetti.
Yeah, no fish and spaghetti.
And spaghetti.
Okay,
So
not
yeah,
on
It's
it.
like
Not
chicken
on
and waffles.
Yes.
Maybe.
But
They do have that. You can get chicken and waffles now.
Yeah, but we had designated days where you knew what you were having for that dinner, and it was every week. So, it was
our
fun.
director, she always tells me this story about her mom, how Tuesday was a bad day, and every Tuesday growing up was pizza night. I mean, they just, they knew that this is how it's going to be done.
Well, I have to tell you, we really didn't eat out growing up. And that's why I have so many memories around dinner time or food in general, because I didn't know people ate out on holidays. I did not know this until I got
We
older.
eat out on Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
we go
but-
for
but
Italian.
we didn't-
I didn't
know that.
celebrate
I
any
dated
holiday.
Wait,
a
I
Jewish
want
man
to
for
touch
a while, and I didn't know that Sunday nights was Chinese night.
But real quick,
I didn't know. I was like,
I don't know if you just heard this.
What?
Anna didn't celebrate holidays, and I
I
think
didn't
this
celebrate any holidays.
Is why.
The way I was raised, religion-wise, but I mean,
Oh.
it was a little, it's nothing. That's a whole new other segment, but related to eating, it was right after church. That was our going out to the restaurants, and
Were you
after church, it
jealous?
was no, not at
The
all.
other
Well,
families.
How can you be jealous of something you don't really know? Exactly.
Now it's a little different. I don't. It's another topic. Like,
But
I
how
said.
do you feel though about, like you said, you had to go to restaurants and sometimes by yourself? You don't feel
I
bad
do-
about, but do other people make you feel bad about
I
it?
do things by myself now.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
So
I do
you
things. I go have dinner
Mhm.
and go celebrate with my friends on other things.
Oh, Okay, but it's still important to
I
you.
feel like
Yeah.
people do look at me a little funny if I go. I'll usually sit up at the bar so I don't feel too lonely. So I have a bartender to talk
No,
to.
they're not looking at you funny. They're hitting on you.
Yes.
I'm so oblivious to that, you guys. No, seriously, ladies, I'm oblivious to that. But I do feel like people look at me like, "What's wrong with her? Like, why is that girl?"
Oh, I'm too busy
Right?
eating.
Why are you
Yeah,
alone?
why are you alone?
Oh my God, I hate
and,
that.
And you know, I really get down on myself.
It's okay
about
to be
that.
alone
I hate
and
that.
enjoy your meal.
Then I treat myself to dessert too. If
There
I
you
eat
go.
alone, I get the
This whole-
appetizer, I get the entree. I
This
get
whole
the dessert.
topic just made
No,
me
no,
feel
you got it
lonely.
backwards. You do that on dates.
I've got you, honey.
You have it backwards. You do that on dates.
Yeah, you let them pay for the
Somebody else
dessert.
pays. When somebody else pays.
Yeah, you never pay for dessert.
Never. It's not worth the calories. Well, I do think it is so important that, you know, we do make time for your family, getting to know each other, whether it's over lunch or dinner time, family time. We'll be right back. Stay with us. We'll be right back.